Oh, we're just
Going
right into it.
5
Nights
at
Freddy's.
Freddy's.
That's what we're doing. We're doing an episode about Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at
Five
Freddy's.
Night at
Freddy's.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Sure.
A little bit under the gun here, literally.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, we got to get this episode out. It's a big smash hit.
Yeah. What's the numbers? What's it doing?
Opening weekend was almost 80 mil.
That's wild.
Huge.
And it was out on
Huge.
streaming immediately.
And it was on streaming, right?
Yeah.
So if there was no streaming, it could have been 100.
All the Gen Zs, they went.
Those Zoomers.
Apparently so.
The Zooms.
That's
They
wild.
love it.
I, a millennial, watched it at home.
I watched it at home on Peacock.
I did not watch
And
it.
the children went to a movie theater. They don't care about movie theaters, but they went there.
It's because they just, they're socializing on their phone. It's finally an opportunity for them to get out, and they're like,
Right.
oh,
They're like,
Halloween.
we're living, we're in costume. Did they go in
Yeah.
costume? I don't know.
Who knows?
Either way, we saw the movie.
yeah.
You have some familiarity with the game.
Yes, I played the game with our friend Rich. We did it on stream. It's kind of like a thing that streamers do because it's like a jump scare kind of game. The idea of the game is you're just sitting in front of a monitor or a bunch of monitors as a security guard, and you're kind of looking at this establishment, and you have to make it through the night. It starts at like midnight or something like that, and it goes into like 7 in the morning.
Not 5 nights, just one night.
Well,
Oh, okay. I'm getting ahead of it. Okay.
the first night is the easiest night.
Okay.
And you have to do things like turn on and off the electricity, and like I forgot like what you have to do, but the mechanics of it are like if you don't do the thing at the right moment, and you're looking around and you're looking at but it's just you're kind of still in a room,
Yeah.
and if you don't do it, then the things pop in and they kill you.
Okay.
These big animatronic, goofy looking monster or teddy bear
They're
things.
like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
country bears. Or
Exactly.
Animatronic.
There's like a duck, a
Characters.
fox, a bear, and
Yeah.
something else. Bunny rabbit. The movie kind of like has that element to it a little bit. There's some like Easter eggs in the movie, but what were your thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, so I was not familiar with the game, and I was surprised upon seeing the movie how serious the tone of the film was. That's not what I was expecting. When I think about a movie about animatronic goofy characters at an arcade coming to life and attacking people, I'm thinking this is going to be way over the top,
Right.
zany, wild,
Borderline horror comedy at the very least.
or just straight up. It's like in league with. Like Shaun of the Dead, or maybe even zanier than that. Cocaine Bear.
I was going to say
Yeah,
Cocaine
right.
Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But in reality, the movie's really like downcast, and like there's a lot of there's subplots about missing children,
Jesus.
and
Yeah.
and like the lead character Josh Hutcherson is like very depressed, and his adopted sister who he cares for hates him and won't talk to him. And he's like unemployed and having financial struggles. It's like
he
an
takes
indie
the job 'cause
drama.
it's the only job
Wow.
that would possibly accept him.
Well, it is
because of his record.
Blumhouse, right?
Yeah,
Blumhouse,
but Blumhouse is capable of
Yeah.
doing comedic stuff. Like they just had a movie called Totally Killer, which I saw. That was actually really fun.
I loved that movie.
I really liked it.
We saw it at the
too. Yeah.
Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
It was really funny,
cool.
and it was and it had the tone that I was expecting from this.
Right.
But then this was like a depressing Sundance movie that happened to then have animatronic.
Such a bizarre choice.
It was just a strange choice.
Sounds like it could be good.
That's what was frustrating about
Yeah.
it, is that it had a lot of potential to be good.
Yeah.
The the cinematography was great. The production design was good. They had a decent cast of actors. Like it had all the things, but the script sucked and the directing sucked.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that there were not hardly any effective like scare moments or horror set pieces. It
At
was
no
just-
point were we frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no tension, so it didn't deliver in any direction. Like it was not funny, it was not scary either. It was just
It wasn't even
self-serious.
cheap scary. Like,
No.
Like I get very easily scared at movies. And it not once was I like,
Yeah,
like,
it didn't even deliver on the jump scare type stuff.
yeah.
So
Major disappointment.
But it doesn't matter because it did incredibly. So
Incredible.
you guys are wrong.
Apparently so. If you use the argument of, if people are what Marvel, right?
we have to.
Yeah.
It's our only metric that we can go off of.
Well, I think Chat can write something potentially better, because this time around we're feeding it URLs that give the game backstory. One of Rich's frustrations, he's a huge fan of the game series, was that it kind of, you know, it was a little bit too far removed from the game.
It ignored all the lore.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean, there were like a couple of elements in there, but it ignored the lore. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, movies kind of have to make things a little different, but it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
It didn't do
That
anything to
would
justify
justify
that.
that.
Yeah.
So giving it some backstory, and we gave it kind of a thorough prompt.
Okay, so write a screenplay adaptation of the video game Five Nights at Freddy's. Please use the lore and backstory from these links listed here. Please write this as a found footage film from the perspective of the security guard. The resulting movie would have footage from his own camera as if he was filming a vlog, and footage from the security cameras like in the game. But bring in tertiary characters so that it's not just him and Freddy's the whole time. Use the lore of William Afton as the villain, and make the tone very dark yet over the top a la Evil Dead. Give us an outline first, and then write the first scene prior to the security guard working at Freddy's, leading to him starting to work at Freddy's.
Beautiful. So a very thorough prompt. We're just going to see if
And we threw the found footage thing in there just to
Yeah.
give some specificity.
give it a certain
Chad
style.
really likes it when we, Chad excels when we give him specific
Yes.
things
Yeah.
to work off
He
of.
does.
We want to set Chad up for success, right,
Chad-
Chad?
That's right.
We support you in everything you do.
We love you. But yeah, William Afton is the villain in the game. So
All right.
anyway, let's
Dive in.
Let's hit it.
I'm ready.
hit it.
Lego. Oh, it has to look at the links. It's going to take... Oh, no.
Oh, no,
Pretty
no.
fast. Okay. Here's the outline. Act 1. Five Nights at Freddy's, the found footage.
And we can kind of
That's
we
the
don't
title?
That's the title, yeah.
That's a beautiful title, I think.
The found footage. yeah.
It's a lot of F's. Five Nights at
Five Nights
Freddy's,
at
the
Freddy's,
found
but-
footage.
I wonder if that's why it did that.
Maybe.
Alliteration is also another thing that Chad excels.
Chad does like being clever.
So
We can kind of skip through the
Yeah,
outline.
we
I
get
just
the
kind of
picture.
wanted it to have
It
a
helps for it to
beginning,
happen.
middle, and
Yeah.
end.
Okay, it has an act 2. It has
Yeah.
an act. That's better than usual.
Okay.
full circle.
Okay.
All right, first scene, the vlog begins. Fade in, exterior Jake's apartment, night. A shabby apartment complex bathed in the glow of a flickering streetlight. Jake Turner, mid-20s, scruffy with an eager spark in his eyes, speaks directly to his handheld camera, the red recording light his only source of illumination.
Who's going to be Jake?
I'll do it. What's up, Internet fam? What's up, Internet fam? Jake here, and tonight we're starting something new. Something that's going to change the game. Haunted locations, ghost stories, real footage, and it all begins at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
He hands the camera to his laptop where the Freddy Fazbear's wiki page is open.
Wow, so wait. Chat GPT is bringing in the wiki page that we gave him.
It's doing
Is
it
it
again.
misunderstanding that it was
Potentially.
supposed to use?
But it's also
Let's just let him
hilarious.
cook.
All right.
This is like the Transformers one where, yeah. Okay.
We may need to give him those URLs again and actually look at them later. But
You never know, yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
This place, my friends, is a goldmine of creepypasta come to life. Missing kids, possessed robots, and one seriously bad dude named William Afton.
Cut 2, interior Jake's apartment, night. Jake's apartment is cluttered with camera gear and fast food wrappers. He's on a video call with Sarah, late 20s, kind-eyed, wearing a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza uniform.
Just be careful, Jake. That place has a history, and it's not just ghost stories. People have been hurt.
Hey, danger's my middle name. Besides, it's just a bunch of malfunctioning robots and some urban legends, right?
Sarah looks uneasy but tries to smile.
Right. Just watch your back, okay?
Jake nods, a bit more subdued. Cut 2, exterior Freddy Fazbear's...
That's how humans behave.
A bit more subdued. Exterior Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, night. Jake's car pulls up to the eerie yet whimsically lit entrance of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. He grabs his camera and steps out, his bravado back in place.
Here it is, the belly of the beast. Let's see what secrets you're hiding, Freddy.
He approaches the entrance, the neon sign flickering ominously above. Smash cut 2, interior, the security office. Jake sets up his camera facing the bank of security monitors. He sits down, spinning in the chair, a smirk on his face.
Well, so wait. So he's not a security officer here, like he was.
I think it said he was getting a job there at some point, but they skipped past him getting the job.
Okay, so
It was in the outline that he gets a job.
So we'll assume that he works here, but he's also doing this vlog that his employer probably doesn't know about.
But in the vlog, it seemed like he was discovering it, right? But he already works at that place.
Right,
He's
that's
like,
why I'm
I heard
confused.
this crazy urban legend, but he works at the exact same place.
Yeah, is this his first day on the job? Okay.
Maybe we should have read the outline.
That's giving an awful lot of credit.
We shouldn't need to have read the outline.
No,
If you're going to sit down in this movie,
if you submit a script to someone, they don't have to read your outline.
No, but like, can we real quick, like, take a
But just go to
gander?
this part,
just for background,
just the very, very
background.
beginning.
just to give Chad a chance
All
to,
right, give him a chance.
Here it is. Let's see. The job offer. See, there it is. Jake learns about the night security. That isn't there.
Okay, wow. So, okay.
But he skipped it, though. He skipped it.
No, but that comes after, I think.
Oh.
If this is in order, anyway.
But I thought he was already in the...
Maybe he gets a job, like he's breaking and entering
he's breaking
now.
in, then he gets a job.
And he's like, wow, this security sucks. Maybe I should apply to be a security officer. I don't know, let's just say.
Better? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm smart. Okay. Night 1 of 5. How bad can it be?
As he turns, we catch a glimpse of an animatronic shadow moving in the background. Cut to black.
The end. That's it. That's it.
We did say just the first scene.
All right. Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
Continue and try to provide some context or explanation as to how Jake gets a job at Fosbear's Pizza.
I love that we're doing this after he's broken in. So Chad's got to kind of improvise.
He's got
here.
to backtrack. I liked your idea. That's actually pretty clever. That he breaks in, sees there's no security, and then he's like, "Oh, I can get a job here.
Right.
They need security.
Right. But I can use it.
Yeah.
To
Like
continue
I know
my vlog.
Yeah.
Heighten the...
That's actually better than what is in the movie, to be honest with you.
Tease out the scares. Like...
Yeah.
Like, that's so fast. Is
More build up.
Yeah. Like,
and tension leading to scare.
And just say most of this is going to probably take place at Freddy's, so we need to bring some tertiary characters into Freddy's with him. Because it sounds like he's just kind of, he's with Sarah for like a second.
Yeah.
I just want to have lines. You know?
Just want lines.
I just want lines.
Whoever's behind the Five Nights at Freddy franchise certainly had their share of lines, if you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They were railing cocaine.
We've all been there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
okay, go get him, Slugger.
Go get him, Slugger.
You're doing a great job, Chad.
Thank you so much. Please spare us. Thank you.
Here we go. Act 1, the setup continued.
The setup. He's like,
Jake?
I'm already
Actor
hunched
title.
over.
Jake Sully is...
Jake Sully's erect braid.
that one's for you, Avatar heads.
Yeah.
Jake is hunched over his laptop, scrolling through job listings with a look of increasing desperation. He pauses on a Craigslist ad for a night security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. His eyes light up with a mix of excitement and skepticism. So did he just go? He just went
I
back.
think
we confused him.
Chad's a little confused. He broke in.
I'm
Now he's back
confused
out of the
too,
apartment.
but
Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Just continue.
Ignore the.
Just let it cook.
let the man do his thing, all right? All right, so check this out. Freddy Fazbear is looking for a night guard, and not just any night guard, someone with a strong disposition and not prone to superstition. Sounds like they're begging for a ghost hunter, doesn't it?
He clicks on the ad, filling out the application with a sense of urgency.
That's amazing.
Cut to interior Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Day. Jake, camera in hand, walks into Freddy Fazbear's during the day. Children run around screaming with delight as the animatronics perform on stage. He's approached by the manager, Mr. Harris, 40s, weary, with a forced smile.
So yeah, they're not doing the like abandoned Freddy's.
Yeah.
Well, I just told him to add secondary and tertiary characters. So
yeah, but they solved that in the movie by like, in a weird way, a police officer shows up there and like joins him in his security job and spends like way too much time at Freddy's.
Well, can we do spoilers on the show? Or
yes.
no?
If you want to avoid spoilers,
Turn it off.
Just turn off
Go
the
away.
show.
You leave the show. Don't watch it anymore.
Fast forward like I don't know, like 20 seconds.
The police officer ends up being evil. Okay, she's in league with the villain, and also it's skipping past.
But then
something
she's
that's
like
in the
not.
movie.
Though?
She wants to help. She's the daughter of the real villain, who is Matthew Lillard, the goat, who plays like a career, like a temp agency
Career
guy,
counselor, like
he
government
recruits this character to come work for Freddy's, and then he's actually secretly the owner of Freddy's, and it was all a trap.
And he like harms children and stuff.
Is he a pedophile?
And
it's not clear whether he's like just a killer.
Rich says he is a pedophile according to the lore, but I haven't really looked into it.
They didn't go into that, but either way, he's skipping that. He's not doing that here. In this version, this character is not being lured into the situation. He is intentionally seeking out Freddy's.
Well, we did tell him to do that.
Let's see where it goes.
Sort of.
Let the
We're
gentleman
giving Chad conflicting
Yeah.
things. Stick to the lore, but do what we do. This other thing that is not related.
Well, but we didn't say anything about like the plot. We just said that it needs to be.
I think we've been fine.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Let's see what he does.
See where it goes.
You must be Jake. I'm Mr. Harris. I saw your application. You're not the usual type we get applying for the night shift.
I'm full of surprises. Plus, I got a strong disposition. Superstition, that's just another word for opportunity, right?
Mr. Harris gives Jake an appraising look. Come on, you can do an appraising look.
Yes, thank you.
Then nods, handing him a set of keys.
The job's yours. That was an easy interview. But I'm warning you, it's not for the faint of heart. We've had some incidents.
Jake's smile falters slightly, but he regains his composure.
Incidents make for good TV. I mean, good security work. TV?
Subtle.
Cut to interior Freddy Fazbear's Pizza security office day. Mr. Harris shows Jake the security office cluttered with old equipment and monitors showing different parts of the restaurant.
Keep an eye on the cameras. If anything looks out of place, use the phone. It's a direct line to me. And try not to touch the animatronics. They're old and temperamental.
I'm pretty sure a line exactly like that is in the movie.
Yeah.
Got it. Watch, call, don't touch. Sounds like a date I had once.
Is it still
on the Justin Roiland situation?
It might be.
Or is that just Chad being Chad?
I think it's just Chad being Chad.
You dog, you.
Chad.
Mr. Harris doesn't laugh, only claps Jake. Oh, okay, on the shoulder. All right.
claps Jake's cheek.
Claps Jake's cheeks on the shoulder before leaving. Jake's smile fades as he looks around the office, the weight of the situation settling in. I feel like Chad uses that line. The weight of the situation, is settling in.
Because that's what
often
screenplays do, right?
Yeah, but they don't say that, though.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to write that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to just feel that way.
Maybe we should add that to our pre-prompt one of these days.
Yeah,
like, stop saying
these.
We find all these things that Chat
yeah.
does. All right.
Exterior Freddy Fazbear's Pizza night. Jake arrives for his first shift. He's met by Sarah, who's just finishing her shift. She's carrying a box of personal items, her expression somber.
Hey, you're Sarah, right? The one I talked to on the phone?
Yeah, that's me. Look, Jake, I don't know what you're hoping to find here, but it's not worth it. This place, it changes you.
Changes you how?
Sarah looks at the building, then back at Jake, her eyes haunted.
Just be careful, okay? And remember, those things inside, they're more than just robots.
Giving it away so directly?
Jake watches her leave, a chill running down his spine. He turns to the camera, forcing a smile.
Drama much? Anyway, let's get this show on the road.
So he does this in front of her? Oh no, watches her leave. Watches her leave.
Anyway,
drama.
I love. She
but he's going to be broadcasting this later.
Yes, on TV. Also, it's not like live stream. He's not live streaming. He's submitting.
It's on like public access.
Yeah,
his public access channel.
That's awesome.
He enters the building, the door closing behind him with a resounding thud. Cut to interior security office. Jake sets up his camera equipment, giving a running commentary.
All right, team, here's the deal. We got cameras covering the whole place, so if anything goes down, we'll see it. And I've got my trusty flashlight, just in case.
He flicks the flashlight on and off, the light catching on something in the corner. He pauses, squinting.
Did you see that?
He walks over, investigating, but finds nothing. He laughs it off, returning to his chair.
Probably just my imagination. Anyway, let's see what night 1 brings us.
He settles in, the camera focused on his face as he watches the monitors. The lights flicker, and for a moment the sound of children's laughter echoes through the room. Jake stiffens, then forces a laugh.
This place really knows how to set the mood.
The camera catches a slight movement on one of the monitors. Jake doesn't notice as he continues to talk to his audience, unaware of the creeping dread that's beginning to envelop him.
How's he unaware of it?
Yeah, I mean, he was literally told. Sarah was like, these are not robots.
Yeah.
Like, there's much more than robots.
Sinister things have happened.
Yeah.
These aren't robots. Bad things have happened to people.
He still doesn't get it.
It's gonna be a sick vlog.
Okay. What do we want? What else do we need to contribute? Can you add?
I
don't think he's making this like what like
Right.
I mean, maybe we're still getting there.
Make it zanier?
More over the top. Yeah, zanier. Crazy. Just yeah.
I feel like he's just gonna start making.
It's gonna. That's the problem.
Make the
tone like lighter, or like
I would say like make the like things that happen zanier.
Yeah, not the dialogue. That's the important part.
Say like Jake doesn't need to be zany.
Yeah,
zanier.
That's what's gonna happen if we type it in otherwise.
Because Jake seems a little unhinged.
Jake is too zany.
Yeah.
We need to modulate.
Drama much?
Jake
Idiot.
doesn't need to be zany. Make it like more creative. I don't know what to
take a deep breath. Eat a bowl of Wheaties.
Like make it more interesting. I mean, this is so boring so far.
The problem is
boring.
Here's the thing: the video game, you're just sitting in a room waiting for things to happen,
right?
And like the fear of like a jump scare happening is kind of what makes it tense. But like that doesn't work in a movie.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to bring in like more story elements that like make this work for a movie.
Right. Introduce more cinematic story complications.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. Maybe like a homeless person who sleeps in the. You know what I mean? There needs
Put
to
a
be
homeless person.
I guess what I'm saying is like it can't just be Jake alone at night at Freddy's.
Yeah,
that's fun in the game, but the movie like forcefully shoved characters.
No, you got to have the classic horror archetype. Like in the movie, for example, there's people that break in.
Right. So maybe we say like let's bring a customer into his night shift in a way that is justifiable. Show us what you got, Chad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Characters need to come into the narrative in justifiable ways during his night shift.
Yeah.
During his seemingly desolate night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saying count backwards from 20.
From 20.
And exhale.
There we go.
Beautiful. Then right.
Thank you. Smiley face was necessary.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten the wrong idea.
God forbid. Oh, he actually did.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Exhales deeply.
See, it's funny because he never actually has to breathe. So what
He's
is
just
he
always exhaling.
Right.
He put it in the right spot. So
yeah.
Do you ever just stop and think like how crazy? I mean, I know we make fun of Chad, but the fact that I was just able to type that and like it's doing all this, and then also like doing that, like you just like stop and think about how crazy it is.
No, it's
what we're doing.
That it
is
can do this.
It's insane. It's insane. And we're also it's funny that we immediately like this incredible technology comes out. Our
shitting on it.
Immediately like that's not good enough.
What an idiot.
You can't even fucking write Five Nights.
It's like
Freddy's.
it's a fucking miracle. Like if you showed this to like even someone like
if you showed this to me 5 years ago, I would be like, no.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
impossible.
Yeah, imagine showing it to someone like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even know how to process what was happening at all.
But it's a piece of shit and it doesn't write a good screenplay.
Jesus Christ.
Come on.
Get it together.
Fucking all right. Interior: Freddy Fazbear's Pizza security office night. The monitor flickers as Jake watches intently. A half-eaten pizza slice in one hand, his camera recording in the other. He's trying to maintain a brave face for his viewers, but the eerie laughter has unnerved him. Suddenly the phone rings, startling Jake. He answers it with a shaky hand.
Hello? Jake speaking, guardian of the animatronic realm.
Remember to smile. You are the face of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The line goes dead. Jake hangs up, puzzled and slightly freaked out.
That's kind of creepy.
All right, that was good. Creepy much? Again with the much. All right, folks. Looks like we're not alone tonight. Let's go meet our mystery caller.
He grabs a flashlight and heads out of the office. Cut to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza main show stage. Jake's flashlight beam dances across the stage where the animatronics stand frozen. He approaches Freddy the bear with a mock interview stance.
So, Mr. Fazbear, what's your take on the current economic climate?
Okay.
Is that supposed to... Is that like a commentary?
I think
he's
hopelessly
he's
generic.
just a funny guy.
Yeah. The animatronic's eyes suddenly light up. Jake yelps and stumbles back, the camera catching the glowing eyes.
Okay, that's new. Note to self, animatronics are creepy as hell when they do that.
A loud bang echoes from the kitchen. Jake, heart racing, decides to investigate. Cut to kitchen. Jake enters the kitchen, the camera's night vision turning everything on eerie green. Pots and pans are strewn about, and one of the ovens is ominously ajar.
If this is a prank, I'm not laughing.
A shadowy figure darts past the doorway behind him. Jake whirls around, but there's nothing there.
Okay, that was definitely not part of the job description.
Suddenly, the sound of a music box fills the room. Jake follows it to a small, creepy doll sitting atop a shelf. It's holding a note. Play with me.
Play with me. Nope. Big nope.
He backs out of the kitchen, only to bump into Chuck, 30s, janitor, disheveled, who's been watching silently.
Holy! Who are you?
The janitor. Chuck. You're the new guard, huh? They didn't tell you about me?
No, they definitely skipped the chapter on Chuck the janitor.
Well, stick with me, kid. I'll show you where they keep the good mop buckets.
Oh, Christ. Okay.
It's just, why would he need to know where the mop buckets were?
Because he's the janitor.
But why would Jake need to know where the mop buckets were?
Because it's a joke about how he's the janitor.
But that's not a joke. He's just the janitor. I don't understand. It's not a joke. All right. He's like, I'm a janitor. I'm a janitor.
The plan might be backfiring. I think we overloaded him with too many requests.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, let's see.
Let's see.
Let's give him a shot, okay? I've said that for the past, 20 minutes.
Let's give the unbelievably powerful, insanely amazing technology that we...
Maybe he can live up to our hopes. I doubt it, though.
Chuck leads Jake away, the camera catching a glimpse of the doll's eyes following them. Cut to the hallway. Chuck and Jake walk down the hallway. Chuck regaling Jake with tales of past guards and strange occurrences.
Yeah, then there was this guy before you who thought he could outsmart the bots, tried to reprogram them or something. Didn't end well.
Oh, what happened to him?
Vanished. Some say he got a better job. Others say he's part of the endoskeleton collection. No. What?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Now, just again, going into spoiler territory here.
Yeah, if you want to skip a spoiler, 30 seconds.
No, it's just... We're
In
gonna
Spoil the movie. It's a stupid movie.
So
Just leave
in the movie, the animatronic suits are kind of endoskeletons because inside... So basically, children have gone... They're exoskeletons, right.
Yeah.
Children have gone missing.
And they're inside the skeletons?
And their dead bodies were stored
Jesus
inside
Christ.
the skeleton.
Yeah, they are
Inside
victims of Shaggy Doo.
who's a pedophile and a child murderer.
So there's dead bodies inside the animatronic.
It's really dumb, though, because... So first, we already know...
Is that in the game, too, or is that...
Yeah.
Okay.
So we already know that children's ghosts are in the animatronics. That's made clear earlier in the film.
Oh, so it is.
Ghosts-
There is
more
a
like they're
supernatural component also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like we know there are ghosts in there, but then later it's like it's not just the ghosts; their bodies are in there too. But it's
Yeah.
like they're already.
They're trying to
It was
put...
weird enough already. I don't know
mean,
why-
But
I
that
think-
was like a twist reveal at the end, or like
yes,
towards
it
the
was a
end.
reveal that the actual dead bodies are.
I do like the
inside.
idea of this, where it's just like everybody is fully aware that these are
Everyone
haunted
knows.
things,
Yeah.
and that all the details
But during the
Right.
daytime, they're fine.
given away within the first 15 pages of the script.
Yeah, again, that is, if we're going off of the, brainstorming section of Chat GPT, it's kind of like the Q from James Bond being a stalker angle, where I do think it's kind of funny if you had a horror movie where every character was just openly telling the protagonist
and he's just so absorbed in his TV show that he's not listening to them.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
That is funny. That is funny.
But I don't know if you could sustain a whole movie about that though.
It would have to be like a dude, where's my car level of like stupid,
much broader comedic level than what's here.
They're endoskeletons.
It's like Scary Movie-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're messing with me.
Wait, but before you go, I have a question real quick. So in the movie, why is he guarding isn't it abandoned?
Yeah.
Why did they ever justify that?
So Matthew Lillard's character says at one point, and very suspiciously also, he's like, the owner, he's a really sentimental guy. It's been closed for years, but he's a really sentimental guy.
That's a really stupid justification.
The biggest thing that also, just want to say this briefly, that doesn't make sense about the movie, maybe it makes sense in the game, is why Matthew Lillard would hire this guy to come into Matthew Lillard he's in charge of the whole scheme, right? He's running it all secretly. He killed the kids. He put them in the suits. He was getting away with it. His scheme would never be exposed. Then he hires this guy as a security guard and brings him in, knowing maybe that he'll investigate it and find the truth. Why would he do that?
It was something about his last name. Didn't his sister get?
His brother was kidnapped and is one of it. Yes. Maybe is one of the not one of the kids though. It's never explained what happened to the brother. Actually, even in the end, we don't learn what happened to the brother.
But he hires him as the security guard when he sees his last name.
So it seems to be implied there's a connection between him.
Maybe he's like a pedophile and that was one of his victims.
Okay,
I don't know.
Again, why would he want him to be there? It seems
someone
none of this makes sense.
Correct us
none
in the comments. I don't know.
Maybe someone can explain it.
No one will.
All right. Anyway, let's move on.
Jake stops in his tracks, the humor fading from his face.
You're messing with me, right?
Chuck just winks and continues walking, leaving Jake to ponder the truth.
All right, team. We got animatronics with mood lighting, haunted dolls, and Chuck the cryptic janitor. This night just keeps getting better and better.
He turns the camera to his face, trying to smile.
Stay tuned. Something tells me we're just getting started.
All right. Should we? I think we should skip ahead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We gotta
skip to the climax.
We gotta get moving.
Yeah.
We're crunched for time.
I don't know. I have no idea why.
Crunched.
We know why. We just can't say. Anyway.
Okay. Write the second act. Write something in the second act.
Yeah, write something in the second
act.
act.
Like a climactic, scary scene that takes place in the second act.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
With a death.
With a death.
Yeah.
Let's throw a death.
Beautiful.
By the way, there's not enough deaths in the movie by any means.
Yeah.
Very few.
In the real movie,
few.
yeah.
In the real movie.
Right, like an action or like a. What's climactic is the wrong word. Like a
dynamic and exciting.
Like a key.
Yeah,
like what's the word for like a set piece? A set piece. Right, a set piece.
Deaths. Horror-driven death scene.
Horror-driven death scene that takes place in the second act. Let's just say skip ahead.
Yeah, he may kill Jake in this scene.
Maybe something that's so violently over the top that it's funny.
Make it so violently over the top.
We know he won't.
It's funny. Do not kill Jake.
Do not kill Jake.
Do not.
I know you were thinking that, Chad, so don't even try.
I know you were thinking it. Anything else?
I don't think so. What do you got?
No, that's good.
All right.
Deep breaths.
All right.
Interior, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Arcade Room. The room is filled with the cacophony of digital beeps and chirps from the arcade machines, all operating on their own. Jake films with a handheld camera, his face a mask of both fear and fascination.
And this, my fearless viewers, is what you call poltergeist activity on steroids. Or just Freddy's After Dark.
He chuckles nervously, panning the camera across the room, the lights flicker, casting long, dancing shadows. Suddenly, an arcade machine starts spewing tickets like a geyser. Jake approaches, laughing.
Looks like we hit the jackpot, folks.
As he reaches for a ticket, the machine's glass explodes outward. slams open, sending a shower of sparks and glass shards into the air. Jake dives for cover. Cut to dining area. Chuck, the janitor, is whistling a tune, obliviously mopping the floor. He's wearing headphones and doesn't notice the chaos unfolding around him. The animatronic band on stage begins to play a demented off-key tune. Chuck, feeling the vibe, starts to dance with his mop, completely in his own world.
That's right. Oh no, that's Chuck. Never
Hey,
mind.
how dare you steal my line?
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to dance so badly.
That's right, Freddie. Play me that sweet, sweet melody.
He has headphones on. He's listening to.
Yeah, he's listening to his iPod.
But he's listening.
He's listening to the.
Yeah.
The band, what the band is playing on stage.
It's the Five Nights at Freddy's soundtrack that he's listening
It's like
to.
perfectly in sync with the band as they're playing, but it's coming through his headphones. He plugged it. Maybe he plugged it in.
He's into the amps.
I think
Yo, give me that aux cord.
Past the aux band.
Or maybe
Plugs
they
in,
have like
it's
silent.
Kids these days don't know what that is.
No, they don't know what the aux is.
Maybe they have silent disco nights where you can listen to the band and everyone has headphones on.
It's
Yeah.
a silent rave.
I don't know.
He twirls and does a clumsy moonwalk, not seeing the moonwalk. Okay, not seeing the animatronic Chica approaching from behind. Its movements jerky and erratic.
Oh, I'm on fire tonight.
Chica raises its arm, revealing a pizza cutter attached where its hand should be. With a swift motion, it slices through the air, aiming for Chuck. I thought when he said, "I'm on fire," that there was going to be some sort of fire-related...
That
would have
better.
been, yeah. But
Okay.
Beggars can't be choosers.
At the last second, Chuck bends down to pick up a fallen quarter, and
Why did he want the quarter?
And the pizza cutter embeds itself
he's
into the
poor.
wall,
He's a janitor, Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
missing him by
I should have
inches.
been more considerate, actually.
Hey, watch it, Birdie. You could hurt someone with that.
Before he can finish, Chica's head spins wildly, projecting a barrage of pepperoni slices like
Pretty
shurikens.
good. That's pretty good. That's good. That's better than what's anything in the movie.
Chuck ducks, dodges, and weaves through the assault with surprising agility. It turns into like,
Is this a food fight?
ultraviolet or something.
John Wick. Yeah.
Is this a food fight you want? Because Chuck the janitor never backs down from a food fight.
He grabs a nearby ketchup bottle and returns fire, squirting ketchup with uncanny accuracy.
Oh, this is good.
Chica's eyes are covered in red, impairing its vision. The animatronic staggers back, slips on the freshly mopped floor, and crashes into a table, which collapses under its weight. The impact causes its battery pack to explode, sending a shower of sparks and a puff of smoke into the air. Chuck stands victorious, holding his mop like a warrior's staff.
Chuck 1. Possessed pizza bird 0.
It's pretty good.
That was good.
He resumes his mopping, stepping over the fallen animatronic without a second glance, still oblivious to the true danger lurking in the shadows. Cut 2, the arcade room. Jake emerges from behind an arcade machine, covered in tickets and coughing from the dust.
Well, that escalated quickly. Note to self, arcade tickets are not worth dying for.
He looks around the chaotic room, a manic grin spreading across his face.
You guys seeing this? This is gold. Pure viral gold.
He laughs, a touch of hysteria in his voice as he continues to film the mayhem. There's no death.
Okay,
Chuck won. Chuck was supposed to be killed, but Chad had him win.
Maybe he's counting the animatronic death as a death.
See, that was a cheap way of him getting out of having to kill
Oh.
a person. That's why.
maybe he thinks a robot dying.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wow.
more important. And
That's
more
Holy
bigger
shit.
stakes.
Are the robots the heroes in the story to him?
Oh, that would have been the angle. That should have been the angle we took.
Well, we can
can
ask
go
him
there
now.
now.
Let's
Yeah,
go
let's
there.
do it. Should we skip ahead to the end?
Let's say
and
skip
have
ahead to the
and
end,
that-
but-
maybe that's like the twist.
Yeah, introduce a twist where the
Skip ahead to the climax
Animatronic-
in the third act.
The robot
are-
animatronics are the heroes.
and our
Jake-
human character Jake is a villain.
And which he clearly
He is, anyway.
He's a piece of shit.
I'm pretty sure Chad took that tactic without us even having to.
Reveal a twist
Yeah.
of the heroes, and Jake is the villain. We know that's where you were going with this anyway.
Yeah, we know. We're on to you.
You devilly robot. You dastardly robot. You.
Dastardly robot.
Wink.
Smooches.
That's important.
Smooch is
He always has to know that he's loved. All right.
He didn't smooch back.
Interior, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza security office. The room is in disarray. Monitors flickering erratically. Jake is in the center, laughing maniacally as he holds a remote. Okay. All right. Settle
That was
down.
a pretty
As he,
sudden pivot.
as he holds a remote control, revealing that he has been manipulating the animatronics all along.
You see, my dear audience, it was all a performance. The ultimate vlog series. Who wouldn't tune in to see a man battle haunted robots?
He turns to the security security monitors, where we see the animatronics cornered by a group of shadowy figures.
And now for the grand finale. The moment when I, the fearless hero, saved the day from the evil animatronics.
He presses a button on the remote, expecting to control the animatronics, but nothing happens. Confusion washes over his face. Cut to the main stage. The animatronics stand still, surrounded by the shadowy figures, parents of the missing children, led by Sarah. They hold hands, chanting softly.
It's time to free the souls that this monster trapped.
The animatronic's eyes begin to glow, not with malice, but with a warm, comforting light. Cut to the security office. Jake frantically pushes buttons on the remote, but it's useless. The animatronics are no longer under his control.
No, no, no! This isn't how it's supposed to go!
He turns to flee, but stops dead in his tracks as the animatronics enter the room, led by Freddy himself.
Jake Turner, you have meddled with forces beyond your understanding.
I was just trying to make something great for the views.
That's how I feel about this podcast.
Yeah. Is Freddy Chad?
I was just trying to make something great for the views.
Jake is us.
We're doing it for the views.
Freddy
Yeah.
is Chad.
Yeah.
You exploited the tragedy of the innocent for your own gain. We were going to do an episode kind of like that on this show.
We don't need to delve into
No.
what it was.
You are the villain in this tale.
The animatronics advance, and Jake backs away, his facade crumbling.
What are you going to do to me?
We are not your executioners. We are the guardians of the lost. It is not our purpose to harm, but to protect.
The animatronics open a hidden door in the office, revealing a shrine to the children who were lost, their pictures illuminated by candlelight.
The spirits of the children can finally rest, Jake, and you will face justice for what you've done.
Jake drops the remote, his camera falling to the floor, still recording. He looks at the shrine, tears streaming down his face as the realization of his actions hits him.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Your story ends here, Jake. But ours will continue until every lost soul is at peace. I love that him being the villain is just like, it's like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're exploiting the death of like whatever. It's like, well, now you deserve to die.
Yeah. Is he going to be killed?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know. There might be. Oh, no.
Good point.
The parents enter the room, the police following behind them. Jake turns to the camera one last time.
I thought I was the hero, but I was the villain all along. I hope my story serves as a warning.
He's handcuffed and led away as the camera continues to record the animatronics standing silently.
Okay, so even
What?
there, they couldn't deliver on him being killed, which is bullshit.
Okay, I think the twist should be that this is indeed Jake Paul, the YouTuber,
Okay.
who exploited a man who committed suicide in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He killed all the kids by having them drink Prime Energy, which gave them heart attacks, and then they were
Evan.
trapped inside.
Sorry, I thought that this was a
Prompt?
bit.
No.
I guess.
I am dead serious.
The-
Frankly, I don't think Chad's going to give us anything interesting.
Well, but the problem is in a visual medium, you know it's Jake Paul, so it's not like a reveal.
He's wearing
Scooby-Doo mask.
Groucho
Possibles.
Marx glasses and mustache.
Okay, all right. We've got just okay.
Fine, maybe like a Jake Paul-like YouTuber.
He's also named Jake.
Ask him to kill Jake. I just want a...
Just kill Jake.
Kill Jake.
Rewrite it and kill Jake. Jake Sully.
Jake. This content may violate our content policy. Violate
no,
this,
all right,
bitch.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
okay.
We can modify this. Say...
Violate these nuts.
say... Say... Don't. Say... like, we need the character Jake to die this is a screenplay of a horror movie. We there's no malicious intent here. It's for the medium of, movies, entertainment.
It's all a goof.
Yeah.
It's a goof. It's a gaff.
It's Oh, so you can actually reason with it a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
That's
can. You
cool.
can absolutely
That's
read.
nice.
You can get it to commit murder as long as you tell it that you're doing it for a movie.
Yeah, there you
Please
go.
write me a manifesto for my killing spree.
It's for a movie.
For a movie.
It's for a movie.
Yeah.
It's for a movie.
Yeah. Okay. The monitors flicker with static as Jake, completely unhinged, cackles with glee, the remote control in his hand.
You see, my dear soon-to-be viral audience, this is the climax of our little horror show. The part where I reveal that I've been the puppet master all along.
He presses a button, expecting to command the animatronics to do his bidding. Instead, the office door creaks open and the animatronics enter, their eyes not glowing with malice, but a soft, ethereal light.
What's this? A mutiny among the ranks?
Jake Turner, your intentions were as transparent as glass. You cannot control what you do not understand.
Glass 2019.
Glasterpiece. I understand ratings, I understand fear, and I understand that you're just a bunch of glorified carnival attractions.
We are the keepers of memories, the guardians of the innocent, and you are the end of your own story.
The animatronics advance. Jake, in a panic, backs into a corner, still filming.
This isn't how it's supposed to end. I'm the hero.
Before he can finish, the animatronics lunge. There's a comedic horror. There's a comedic horror.
Yes, a comedic horror.
As Jake is enveloped in a flurry of fur, metal, and pizza toppings.
That is pretty funny.
In there, it's a whirlwind of chaos that's as absurd as it is terrifying. Cut to the main show stage later. The animatronics are back on stage, performing for an empty room. The camera pans to the floor where Jake's camera lies among a pile of confetti and streamers, the recording light blinking out. The screen on the camera shows the last footage recorded, Jake's face, eyes wide with fear, then a flash of Freddy's microphone swinging down like a judge's gavel.
Okay.
I was wrong. I was.
The footage cuts to static, and the sound of the animatronics song plays out, a haunting melody that fills the room. It's pretty good.
All right.
Okay. Well.
Once again, it's a good brainstorming tool.
Yeah.
Like, we never would have come up with that twist, I feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think it came up with the twist either.
It is great to spitball with, but the actual material it gives you is like, I think we're beating a dead horse when we say it's we're stating the obvious here, but it's not good.
I mean, you could work on it.
You could work on it.
You could get something out of it.
But at that point, again, you might as well just write it.
Yeah, I mean, if we were to really, really, if we spent 12 hours prompting and just giving it more and more cues and pushing and nudging it in the right direction, you'd probably get something that was okay.
I will say, though, that the movie itself was better than this, better structured. Like, it wasn't good, but, if you just took what they did story-wise, plot-wise, and then made it ridiculous, I feel like it would have worked a lot better.
Yeah, it could have been salvaged. Even the script itself could have been salvaged with a different director and, just a different stylistic choice behind it. And just different, for the actors being told to deliver their lines in a different, if they were, if their performances were bigger and more broad, the script would be the same, pretty much.
Is the game, built around surprises and twists, story twists?
I'm not sure. I've only played the first one, and it's very much about the gameplay mechanic of you doing the right thing at the right time in order to avoid the jump scare.
But you said there was a lot of lore.
There is, and I don't know if that lore is revealed in the game itself or if that's something that's
because the idea that we sort of came to with Chad's help at the end there, where the twist is that he was sort of orchestrating this all along, and that the person we thought was the hero was actually the villain, could be could fit with that theme if that is one of the sort of cornerstones of the game of revealing big reveals and stuff like that.
Right.
That could be a fun way to bring that into a cinematic, like we were talking about. Some things just don't translate from a game to
Right.
cinema, and that could be a cool cinematic way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's something to it. But again, it's like I don't know how many of these ideas are actually.
And it didn't come up with
to
it.
Chat. It's just us working with it.
Yeah, it came up with it accidentally. Like
Right.
you said,
We're honing in on the things that are most interesting.
Yeah.
I also want to say that Chat GPT 5 comes out. It's projected end of 2025.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
long.
That's so
from now.
long.
So that's so long from now, right? That's a long time. We don't know if at screenwriting it is going to be much better than it is now.
I would imagine
Yeah.
it has to be.
Maybe a little bit, but like I think the conclusion that we've come to is that like good brainstorming tool, but like writers have nothing to worry about.
For now.
But like let's say we get to the end of 2025 and it's just as bad at screenwriting.
Oh, well,
or
then
not
we can write
It's
it
just
off.
like, okay, when is GPT-6 coming out? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe 3 years down the line. Like,
Yeah.
I would say
I think
if
we're
it's-
good.
Yeah, if it's not materially better by 5, you can just write it off as something.
Well,
that
it's-
can-
as a useful tool. But
Yeah, it's not a tool purpose built
no.
for this.
But if 5 drops and it's like writing
Yeah.
fucking classics, then
Yeah,
I would,
that'd be
then
wild.
we could be.
I
that
mean,
would
we
be
also
crazy.
haven't been doing the thing where you're like feeding it scripts like directly to be like.
Now we could.
We can,
You
yeah.
take
Yeah.
PDFs.
We-
Maybe we need to
PDFs.
start doing that because
try it.
I think it's kind of firing like in the dark. Like it doesn't really know
Yeah.
exactly what to do. Maybe we can figure out because I mean we want to try and give Chad as much.
And we want to
help as
entertain
we
you
can.
guys,
I
and we
wanna-
want to help David Zaslav.
Yeah,
provide
mostly
a template
that,
for what
yeah.
he can do to replace. I mean, sorry, that's not. We don't want that. We're not being paid secretly to do.
We're just corporate bootlickers who
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to parlay this into a career.
No, we're not.
As his David Zaslav's personal assistant.
Very personal.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, what
Um,
else we got?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think the more we try different techniques, the more interesting stuff we're gonna
we'll
get.
be experimenting
I don't know
more.
if we'll ever get it passable to where we like want to shoot something, but I think that could be a fun experiment at some point.
I think
It's like,
another
take a scene that Chat's written and shoot it.
I think what we could do is brainstorming for all 3 of our viewers also who can
Yeah.
hear this. We could do a live stream session.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
do,
We get
like,
suggestions
a long
about
session.
prompts,
Yeah.
and truly try to like hone
Because if we're on live stream for like however many hours,
like
we
8
could
hours.
actually get it to be good. Then we shoot a scene that we did.
I think that would be an interesting experiment.
Yeah.
All right,
It's floating
all
out
3 of
to
you guys.
All 3.
3 is
3 is maybe pushing.
that's a lot.
According to a comment on our latest episode, there's only 1. So shout out to you.
We'd love suggestions.
But yeah, we'd like to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hit us up with movie ideas, prompt ideas, whatever. But anyway, that sucked.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
We did
Yay.
it. We did it.
Chad did it.
Chad did it, and we came in on time. So don't do anything to our families.
Good night.
Okay.